Hello, welcome. You're looking at Spartanburg, North Carolina. Some of you that's watching this video, y'all might even live here. Because after all, this is where the Marshall Tucker Band's from. From all I can read, they're all from there. Well, not all 29 of them. I don't mean that in a bad way. There's been many, many, many members throughout the years, which is a beautiful thing, in my opinion. But so, glad to have you here. We are custom creator. I'm Danny Lee, OGT, that is OGL Schmitt. We have no genre on the channel. You know, we do everything from this guy, these chicks, this dude, to these guys, if you know them. Y'all might, I don't know.
We like to think of ourselves as a genrelist, but we're always up for a little bit of classic rock.
Name that guy. Rhymes with silly and
It's always weird to look at it, but yeah, that's the young Willie Nelson.
And before Gary Goodman jumps on me, I said that was Johnny Cash. That is Merle Kilgore with Hank Jr. there. And I think Glenn Campbell. So I know Hank has toured with the Marshall Tucker Band. I know this for sure because I was there. And I have looked everywhere trying to find how I could prove I was there. You know the old cliche, just ask sometimes? Well, maybe that helps. May 11th, 1996. Because I asked it, can it find a concert around the 90s, late 90s, with Charlie Daniels, Marshall Tucker Band, 38 Special, and Hank Jr., where it rained out and it was very wet and nasty. Chat GPT, these things are scary.
What is hilarious?
Go ahead.
Sorry, what is hilarious is that you're talking. I remember you telling me about this, especially about the rain and how it turned everything to mud and whatnot. Yeah. This was called the Southern Thunder Tour. So.
Well, I hear no rain on thunder, but it names the rain. The thunder was coming out of the speakers. May 11th, 96, Walnut Creek Amphitheater, Raleigh. The lineup, 38 Special, Marshall Tucker Band, Charlie Daniels Band, and Hank Williams Jr. The event, Southern Thunder Tour, which featured these artists performing together, was indeed noted for the rain during the concert, making a mess of fun. I put that. It just put it rained a lot and had all kinds of different stupid descriptions. People were dancing and kicking drunk, you know, and that shit was splattering me. Man, that wasn't cool at all, but it was like mud love or something. I mean, because I was happy, but I was fucking pissed off. It was weird. It was like bipolar. And just bipolar. Anyway, we're stupid sometimes. I'm a Yankee. I mean, see, I am not a Yankee. I am from North Carolina, born and raised, Rowan County, in the Piedmont foothills. He is a Yankee. So yeah. Greg, what would you like to say about Marshall Tucker Band? How much do you know?
Well, let's see here. Marshall Tucker Band. I do know that, as you said, they came from Spartanburg, South Carolina. They were one of the big hitters as far as Southern rock, which you and I have talked about this before. You especially have brought it up. Southern rock's a weird term. The Eagles come from Florida. Why are they not Southern rock? Either way, they were I without hearing their music, I'd heard of the Marshall Tucker Band. This song, actually, "Fire on the Mountain," is one of their top singles. It's considered one of the most popular songs of the Southern rock genre, if you will. This was written by George McCorkle, who is a rhythm guitarist. Lead guitarist Tory Caldwell actually played steel guitar on this. It's out of tune because he had no idea how to tune a steel guitar. I thought that was an interesting little bit of kind of a blooper on the song. But Danny, would you like to tell everybody what this song is about?
Well, I mean, I always heard it was about going to the west, pining for gold, and that's what it's about. But I didn't know, even though I can walk to Gold Hill, North Carolina, from where I'm at, where the Reed family founded the very first gold mine. And I've had a few people tell me this was wrong. Well, I don't get along with Wikipedia very well. I'll say off the bat, but pretty sure it says right there, the Reed Gold Mine is located in Mid-Atlantic, Cabarrus County, which borders Rowan County, North Carolina. And it is the site of the first documented commercial gold find in the United States. It has been designated a national fucking park, whatever, importance listed, whatever. And by the way, you South Carolinians and us North Carolinians, we all were one at one time. I'm not sure why the hell we split. I think it has something to do with money and land, and usually does. But we're still the Carolinas. They've never referenced us as not. So. And there's a cemetery where they're buried, and we found their own names on it, and that's in a rabbit hole. But it was really freaky.
It is interesting that you brought up the show that you went to that also featured Charlie Daniels, because when McCorkle wrote the song, he actually wanted Charlie Daniels to perform it. It wasn't originally written for this band.
Well, they all played together a lot, man.
Yeah. Daniels decided not to use it, so the Marshall Tucker Band recorded it. Daniels did guest on the fiddle here, so that's very cool. The Marshall Tucker Band still performs to this day, but the original singer is the only remaining OG member. That would be Doug Gray. Yep. We actually found out.
I used to work for a vendor. Sorry, I used to work for a vendor who went to Bristol all the time. Z-Max, the Thunder Valley, Charlotte, Darlington at one time, who lives in Spartanburg, South Carolina, Bobby Hoopengarner. He's got a big mouth. He's a big guy, and he's charismatic and intimidating too. But he pays pretty good. And most of the time, he's not an asshole. Love you, Bobby. But yeah, there's the Smoky Mountains. I took these pictures. That's me on top of a quarry rock, because I live in Granite Quarry. That's a friend of mine. I can't fucking remember, man, but that tree is fucking old.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's beautiful. And oh, wow, what a shot.
And that's the Yadkin River. That's where Daniel Boone grew up, right down the road. I can go fishing all the time.
North Carolina is
That's
such a beautiful place.
Morrow Mountain in my car club. I like Tool. Yes, I do. And Tool and Hank Williams Jr. would be my favorites. And the big best contrast was really not. Salisbury, where I live, it's the home of Chairline. I like it. You like it too. I know. Also, Food Line. Not sure if we like that or not, but that's where we get our damn groceries. Tom Self lives right down the road, or did. He's dead as hell now, but he had an exotic zoo with like giraffes and shit, but you're giving to charity, sure. Yeah, there you go, man. And the Yadkin Dam. I have been up there on substances that make your mind go flying, if you will. Also, sorry, let me kill y'all. Granite from the quarry I grew up across the street from, was across the street. This quarry has helped build the Washington Monument, the Wright Brothers Museum, and Fort Knox, and many, many bridges and tombstones around North, South Carolina, Georgia, all these places. I heard dynamite blowing up my whole life. We have videos on that, so check it out sometime. We're going to stop fucking running our mouth. I think that's it. Oh, I know.
Hard to stop. North Carolina's a pretty amazing place. But you know what? The
Marshall Carolinas, period, are. Yeah, they definitely are. So let's see, get that off of there, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, it might be marijuana, who knows? I didn't smoke it, though. I ate it. Fire on the mountain. Just trying to show love to you guys from North Carolina and South Carolina. And everybody else watching around the world. Good music's good music. Muscle Shoals proves that. That looks like a beautiful North Carolina mountain right there.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take it away from you.
1975. I was 1.
I was a 79 baby.
my family away from my Carolina home. Had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at...
No, I don't really care. What fucking language is that, man? What the hell is that?
That looks like some sort of Oriental language.
Station identification. Let me edit some shit. Yeah, I should be smacked them all out for that. No karma coming through. Appalachians. The official band audio. Support the band. And the man. One last one standing. Let's do it.
My family away from my Carolina home. Had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, rolling them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
Alright, so I've heard the songs. This is how we do this. I'll let him always react. I won't influence his reaction besides the shit I've told him about this song already. But he is an 80s guy. A lot of people call us out on these type things. Mainly metal people. I like metal, but you guys are weird. We're weird too.
What got me off guard?
They tell it like it is in the South, man. I mean, you punch in the mouth, you get shaking your hands. Might do both.
So just the
Might find a farm land, hell. Go ahead.
The idea of the song, I'm not sure I would have wanted to live way back then. I do enjoy modern convenience, but I just love the idea of like, this is what people would do for a dream. It's like, oh my God, there might be gold there. This could lead to prosperity for myself and my loved ones. I'm going to go 6 months on a trail to get to this place and possibly partake in this. The opening bit with the slide guitar, I guess that's the out of tune slide guitar. It sounded pretty good to me. I don't have anything remotely resembling perfect pitch, but it sounded like really kind of bright and optimistic at first, and then kind of slid down.
Those descending chords.
Yeah, it felt like maybe someone having a dream about this gold and then waking up and like, oh shit, it's real life. I got to go all of this way to get there.
Look, I'm gonna make a new one. It might pop a little bit, but you're good, man. I'm just...
Okay. Then it sort of settled into this groove that sort of felt like people walking, like sort of a brisk stroll, and then, or maybe like a slow trotting horse. And while that was going, the steel guitar was playing, and it would do these slides down. Or I think one time it did a slide up, and that to me sort of felt like the sun rising and setting. So it's kind of like a musical representation of this long journey with all of these days and nights heading towards this unknown area that had this one thing that could change their life. It feels almost mythical, but it's part of our history.
I told y'all he was a Yankee. I mean, he said that great, but we had never found all them words put them together like that. Some of us maybe, but the natives are muff mouths. I've heard that term my whole life. Muff mouth. Actually, that's a good point. What is the singer's name? I'm sorry, I can't remember his name.
It's Doug Gray.
Doug, yeah, I love Doug. I can't remember his name, but I do love him. His voice is not pleasant. To hear him talk, he sounds like an old mountain man. It would hurt your ears if he sang. But when you start singing, it punches through your soul. So, and it doesn't sound bad. That's not what I mean. He just don't. He talks about like me. I mean, I can't fucking sing. I'm saying, but I also got some friends that live down in Spartanburg. My mother's boy, whatever, man. The only man my mom's boyfriend. He lives down there. So yeah, she likes the song. And we took a lot of time about all these pictures and stuff. So this probably will be a little long of a reaction, but it means a lot to me. I love my states. I love the Carolinas. And there's so much damn history here people don't realize.
Having been there once, I can see why. It really has a different feeling to it.
Rolling them hills and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and sifting from 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sinning was the big thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. The evening tree, empty cartridges and bloodlines, the gooders of the street. Men were shot down for the sake of fun, or just to hear the noise of their 44 guns and their fire.
So I was not paying attention to the movie. I was trying to set up a better view. So, should have done that first. I know. Was it cutting out any?
A little
we'll
bit.
Go back over. Yeah, we'll go back.
A little
over.
bit. Right.
If I don't cut that out, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. So YouTube, that was our stop. Let's do. You can go ahead.
I was just going to mention you were talking about Doug Gray, the singer. There's something kind of earthy, something very natural about his voice. It's clean. It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of grit to it. It feels like he could maybe add some if he wanted to. But there's sort of a weariness to it during the verses. But when he gets to the chorus, the fire on the mountain, it's a little bit higher. It's a little bit more intense. Right. So it feels like, they're trudging on, but then they think about, what's waiting for them. And it, gives them that excitement, that motivation to keep on going.
Here we go.
Yep.
Well, took my family away from my Carolina home. Had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end. So far it's been hell. There's fire on the mountain. There's lightning in the air. Which, by the way, there is lightning that takes place all the time. I just thought about that. In the Carolina, the mountains. Look that up. The mountain lights. The mountain lights. Is that right? Sorry. There he is. Look it up, Greg, so I don't think I'm crazy. There's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and sifting from 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sinning was a big thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. There's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and waiting for me there. Dance hall girls, we were the evening treat. Empty cartridges of bloodlines and gutters in the street. Men were shot down for the sake of fun, or just to hear the noise of their 44 guns. And there's fire on the mountain, light in the air. There's gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave. Tears flow free from her man she couldn't save. Shot down in cold blood, a gun that carried fame. all for a useless and no good, worthless claim. There's fire on the mountain, and there's lightning in the air. Gold in them hills waiting for me there. Rest in peace to all the ones that fell on this trail for something that shines that means absolutely fucking nothing to our survival. But anyway, sorry about that. Got a little emotional. It's all right.
It is a very sad tale. Not everyone made it there, and those that did, not everyone was able to thrive. It's interesting, and I don't want to
alive,
sound,
yeah.
I don't want to sound
Well,
cruel.
we talked a hell of a lot. So
Yeah, but just real quick, just the idea though, like you think that it would. I wonder how many think it was worth it just to pursue that dream, just to uproot and go someplace that promised something better, as opposed
the
to
people
perhaps
now that are perpetuating lies and ruling, they got the 3% that's got all the fucking money, or 3% that's got 80% of the money, and the 97% that's got the rest aren't. Sorry.
My family away from my Carolina home. Had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, rolling them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and sifting from 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sinning was the big thing, Lord, and sin was star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
Is that a flute? I was not expecting a flute in here for some reason.
I think it's the same thing. Jethro after
Jethro Tull. Yeah.
Locomotive bread is what I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of. I don't know what y'all said.
That was cool, and it was such a bouncy melody. Like, it's a song that turns very, very dark very quickly, but it still has like that pedal steel, still kind of has that singing sound to it, and that groove is still kind of has that steadily marching. So you do
The way
get the
it does
feeling
that reminds me of 7 Spanish Angels.
Yep, I can see that. It also makes me think of like, this guy was gunned down, cold blood, left the widow with the
same
bad
deal.
claim, and then like it just keeps, and that cycle just keeps repeating. It'll happen to another person more will come, and the same stuff will happen. Yeah, that's.
Well, I mean, in 7 Spanish Angels, she's saying I can't
Yep.
go on without my man, and then the next bullet answered her
Yeah.
prayers that killed her too. I think that's the interpretation anyway.
Yeah,
We don't fly that very often because there's people all around the world. We don't mean no disrespect, but we got a flag too, and we're proud of it. I don't know what
There.
the hell
Looks
I
like
come
there's
from. I don't know where my heritage is. I just know I love where I live. I'm passionate about that. I can't say it because I have fucking teeth, but I'm passionate about it. Yeah.
Dance hall girls were the evening treat. Empty cartridges and bloodlines, the gooders of the street. Men were shot down for the sake of fun, or just to hear the noise of their 40-foot guns. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave. Tears flow free for her man, she couldn't stay. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried flame, all for a useless and no good, wordless claim. And there's somehow the lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Waiting for me there.
He is such a good entertainer too. He's got great stage presence. I mean, I know it now, Doug. I'm gonna try to remember it every time, but I love. I mean, I've seen him live. I mean, I love the Allman Brothers, Marshall Tucker Band, the Outlaws, and Grand Funk Railroad are probably my favorite four. Even though, man, we found that Emerson, Lake and Palmer, a lot of these bands are. And Ray Charles is on record, who has sang with Willie and fucking Hank and many people. Hank Sr., they met. He's on record saying the only difference between outlaw country, southern rock, and the blues are what do you call his style of music? Anyway, the only difference is not a fucking thing, but the way they play the instruments, the way they move, maybe. I added that because we can't dance very well.
So, again, just the story of the song. Was that my first again? I think it was.
It's okay,
But-
man. You're good, man. You're up all night working.
I love how they slowed it down on this last verse, and it was fitting because this was the very tragic end. I did notice that he was kind of setting up for that because I mentioned how he sounded more excited and more energized on Fire on the Mountain. But when he says waiting for me there, on the there, his voice gets lower, it gets darker. So it's almost like, wait a second, this isn't quite what I was hoping for. It's like, yeah, it's here, but there's all these other people that are just, dog eat dog, is willing to kill someone just to get their share. It's a really compelling story, and even like when they faded out at the end, even the pedal steel there started to sound almost sad. So I love how it's just brilliant musical storytelling, and this was such an amazing time for music. This was in '75, the late '60s through the '70s, just such a free time for music and experimentation.
That's true.
So Danny's usually a pretty good source for this, but guys, let us know what other Marshall Tucker Band songs you'd like us to react to. Just yeah, there's me at the quarry. Oh my god, that was a beautiful place. I probably could have wandered there all day. Then he could have left me there overnight, and I sort of found me sleeping in front of a gate.
I got something. I got one thing I can share that kind of goes along with all the kind of music that's real. People are like music. Some speak the truth, while others are just noise. Music is freedom, but that don't mean the musicians are free. They pay a price for telling the truth, and this is what I think about that. The truth don't give a fuck what your opinion is about the musician. So leave them boys alone and let them sing their damn song.
That
They
is
did.
true.
In the mud, they did. I think 38 Special and Charlie Daniels Band played the, and then Marshall Tucker and Hank Jr. So they kind of like, you know, I think that was kind of, I can't find that damn thing. Take it off of there. Well, no, I found it.
But yeah, that just sounds like it would be such an awesome show.
It was. It really was.
One of those things that was sort of
I
trying
play
to find
Can't You See all the time, not very well. And my guitar's way out of tune because I took it out last night. Temperature got to it.
But this is what I was trying to figure out how to say. I like this song and a lot of songs from this period because a lot of them have like a darkness or a tragic side to the lyrics, but they don't overplay that in the music. So with a song like
There's country music.
With a song like Fire on the Mountain, you can listen to it, you know, you can use it for your walking music or your gym music. You can shout the chorus at the top of your lungs to feel good. But you can also, if you choose, depending on your mood, sort of sit down and take the lyrics in and bow your head and remember those who have fallen pursuing a dream. I just love how the music can sort of evolve based on your moods. So, Marshall Tucker Band, I give 2 thumbs up. Song is, honestly, it is metal as fuck. Let's be honest about it. But it is rock and roll to the core.
Well, they are rock and roll. They're not country.
Yeah.
They are rock and roll. I mean, us Southern people don't differentiate that much, though, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean they don't in the North either, or the West, or whatever. There was no West. I mean, the West is just everybody migrated from the North South. So, mental health is real. We try to break down stigmas, whether it be, you know, innocent songs like Warren G singing damn with Nate Dogg back in the day, Regulators from the Young Guns movie is gangster rap, or saying Leonard Skinner is racist for flying that flag at that time, or saying Reba McEntire is a prostitute for promoting prostitution for fancy, or Loretta Lynn singing about birth control, or Conway singing about first time business time. Damn it. This never fucked before.
We've dived into the satanic panic. And we try to break these things down as much as possible.
And just get in touch with your emotions.
Mm-hmm. That's what
I remember last concert I watched. That's what he said. He said, "Look, guys, we're here to rejoice. No different than a church. We're gonna make a hair stamp on our arm. Let's do this now. Do it now." Right top that. Yeah. Oh, Doug. I know Doug now. I know his name. Much love, everybody. Thanks for sitting through this. This meant a lot to me. So it was a yawn, might have been a yawn reaction. I don't know, but it was a long one. And I like numbers, so I'm gonna try to end this thing on 3333.
It's a great song, worth all the time. Love y'all. Music is your best support group.
Carolinas. Oh, I had another one. I didn't do